friends and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel IBOL Designing Developer. My name is Inshal Beg. I am a full stack developer and graphic designer. Today I will show you how to build one web traffic with time series project in data sciences in Python. And I hope you will also enjoy this project like on your previous projects of artificial intelligence and the previous clones and projects of React. But first of all, if you are new here, so please hit the subscribe button. Then after that, you have to also hit the notification bell from which you will be getting all the notifications of my video when I will be uploading. So from that it will be also help for you and it will be also help for me, because from that you will be learning more new things, more new clones and more new like projects which I will be uploading of many other languages in future and which I have just already uploaded. So now we will be just starting with our project, which name is web traffic using time series. So for building that project, like I'm telling you, first of all you have to just open your Python text editor, which is called PyCharm text editor, or you can download that. If you don't have, just go to Google Chrome and just write there PyCharm. There it will be just given in the first link, like PyCharm text editor download. Really easily you can download that. And if you don't know that, so I'm just telling these things in my previous tutorials which I have uploaded on Python. You can check that out and you can see like how to download PyCharm text editor, or you can say IDE. So now we'll be starting with that. So when you will be installing that, so it will be asking to just give your name to your package. So I have just given the name of like Python. So you can also give your any of your package name and you can just save that in any location you want to. I have just saved that in localdisk because in my localdisk there is not enough space from which I can store that. So when you're done with that, in that you have to make one file. So I've just already made, but I will be deleting that because this file is of previous, like you can say, previous project of artificial intelligence which we have made, but we don't need this artificial intelligence file. I will be showing you how to make your own file and how to just work in that. So we will be deleting this file. So for deleting, you can press delete button from your keyboard here to just delete that simply. Then when you will be pressing that, so you will be getting the option of OK. So you can press that and it should be just delete, or press enter or tab, so it will be also delete here. So when you're done with that, just if you don't have your delete, means you will be having, but if it is just not working your delete button, so you can also delete from mouse by pressing right click, then press delete. Here you can see delete option, press that, then press OK here or press enter. If I press that, so you can see now it has been deleted, the file is gone. Now just you have to go to your package. It will be automatically takes when your file will be deleting, because it is not any of the file in that, and it asks you to just create a file if you want to work with any other language. So here I'll be pressing right click, then hover on new or press that, then you will be getting many options to create a file or any other file, like file, new scratch file, directory, and Python package, Python file, HTML file, editor, config file, or resource bundle. So you can just create any of the thing from here, but obviously we are working with Python, so I'll be generating Python file. But if you are working with HTML here, so this my opinion is not to use this text editor for writing HTML codes. It's provide you HTML also, but this is not really good type of HTML which you can just use and make big projects like many other clones in HTML and CSS you can just use to work with. It's only provide HTML and it's not provide CSS, so you can only make anything in HTML like small project, but it should be just not of good features and providing not so much good features and quality which you need into HTML and CSS. So you can just use any other text editor like VS Code, Atom text editor, or you can say Sublime Text, because these text editor are also really good if you want to just write HTML or CSS codes. And in that you can also use many other languages like JavaScript, Java, and many other ones. So here we are just working with Python, so I will be just selecting Python file. Now simply it will be direct you to the like tab of Python file. So here it will be asking to just write your Python file name which you want to write. So simply just give any of the name to your Python file which you want to just give. So just give that name which you can just remember, so we can just remember this is our file, and in this file we are just working with our Python codes. So here I'll be just given the simple name like time, so you can also remember and I can also remember this is my file. So here you have to do one thing, just you can give your Python file name, just you have to write .py if you're working with any other text editor. If you're not a PyCharm text editor, means this PyCharm text editor is really big text editor, you can say 898 MB, it is just really big, so you have to just have minimum 4 GB RAM in your PC to just install that. So if you are not containing this, you can just use VS Code because it is of like you can say 100 MB to you can say 120 MB, so you can just use that. And for doing that you have to do like, for saving in that file you have to go to file, press save as, then you have to just write your Python file name. After that you have to write .py, so you can just save your Python file. But we are working with PyCharm text editor, so it will be just obviously when you will be writing your Python file name, press enter, or you can also press mouse key by pressing this Python file, so it will be automatically generating that. So if I press enter, You can see now my Python file has been all automatically generated. So I'll be zoom in so you can see the code. So here we have to link this file with another file so we can just see what data till here we are getting in our time series project. So simply I'll be opening my uh, file explorer in which I've just installed my folder. In that I'm just having my files. Simply I'll be just pressing this sentiment analysis or this self-driving car dot master, because in that I've stored my files, and I'll be taking this file here which is called visualize underscore data.py, moving that here. Now you have to just write this thing which is just written here. So just move at the top, and now here you have to write same thing as it is. Now here I'll be writing import numpy as np. So just don't care about that, because here you have to install these things, then you can work with. Simply go to terminal if you don't know. So just write here pip install. So you will be thinking like, what is this pip install? So if you don't know about that and you are working with Python first time, so I'm telling for beginners, like this pip install is a package, or you can say library, which just helps you to just install any of your package and library in Python. So you can just install any of like import codes or any codes which you are not having in your PyCharm text editor, because when you install PyCharm text editor, it just provide the main codes. Means not every of the codes in Python, it just provide the main codes which you have to use many times, but it's not provide like all the codes here. So you have to install some of the codes, it's not provide that. So you have to just write pip install, then just write that, you can say tag name which you have to install. Like if you want to install numpy, so just write that and press enter, so it will be installed. So there is another library which is really important, which is called pandas, but in my opinion this pandas is just having means this pandas is already installed in your PyCharm text editor, but it having some of the updates. So for updating that, you can just write pip install pandas to just update to a latest version in which you will be getting more new features and quality. So like that you can install anything here in Python if you want to. So here we will be also writing import cv2. I've installed that. So you can also install that by writing the same thing like pip install cv2. Just change the, like you can say change the front name of that, so it can be just good here. So you have to write 3 colons. Now just write that, press enter here, then write here like use. So just you have to write it small, use the, then I'll be just moving. So you can see there it is written use this script. Then if I move forward, so you can see here it is written to visualize. So here I'll be writing visualize. Then just when I'm done with that, write here like the data captured. Then move forward here. So when I'm done with that thing, just you have to do one thing right here like along with the table. So here I'll be writing along with the table. So when I'm done with that things, if I move here, so you can see that is written label. I've just simply written table. So just write here label like that. So when you've done with that thing, just press full stop, and now you have to come underneath. So when you've done that, I'll be just coming underneath here, and just you have to write here like d equal input. Then you have to just write this semicolon, or you can say strings. One string we have to write, then right here enter the file name. Now when you've done with that, just I'll be writing this semicolon moving forward. Then I'll be writing that to like train data. Okay, so just write that here. So when you've done with that, here I'll be now writing equal to, then I'll be writing np load, make this bracket here, and then I'll be writing this quotes, but here I'll be writing f, then I'll be writing, then just write 2 backslashes here, changing that to this tag, and here I'll be writing this d in that. I'll be writing dot npy like that. So when you've done with that, here I'll be now moving, then I'll be writing that to like allow pickle. So here I'll be now simply writing, then I'll be writing that to like true. So when you've done that, here I'll be now just coming underneath, then I'll be writing for data, then here I'll be just moving forward, then you have to just write in train data. So you can see we have done with that. Now just I'll be coming underneath, then you have to write like screen equal data, then I'll be writing 0, come underneath again, then I'll be writing minimap equal, then I'll be writing data, and here I'll be just writing square bracket again, then in that I'll be writing 1. So when you've done that, here I'll be writing choice data in square bracket. I will be changing that to like 2. So you can see we have done with that things. Now when you've done that, here I'll be now moving forward. So here you have to just come here, then I'll be just coming underneath, and here I'll be changing that to like cv2. So here I'll be now writing cv2 dot im show, then just make this bracket here. So when you've done with that, you have to just write in one string like screen comma, then you have to change that to like screen again. So when you've done with that, I'll be just now coming underneath, change that to like cv2 dot im show, then make this bracket and write one string here, change that to like minimap, right comma and move forward again, change that to minimap again. So when you've done with that things, now I will be just coming underneath, write that to like print choice. So just I'll be now writing that. So when you've done with that, just I'll be now coming underneath, and when you've done with that, here I'll be writing if cv2.im show. Then I'll be just making this bracket here. So there it is written. You can say wait key. So here I'll be writing that. Then just make that bracket, and now when you've done that, here I'll be writing 25, and then I'll be just writing that to like 0x Then when you've done with that things, here I'll be now writing ord. Then I'll be just making this bracket here, change that to like in one square like q. So when you've done that, I'll be just coming underneath, and when you've done with that, just I'll be writing cv2 desk, and here you have to just change that to like destroy. So here I'll be writing that, and here you have to change that to destroy all windows. So when you've done with that things, here I'll be writing break. So you can see we have done with that things. So when you've done with that, just go to file and press save button. So we have done with that thing. And now when you've done that, here you have to do one thing. You have to come underneath here, and now here I will be just first of all doing one thing. I'll be moving to this, and then I will be just taking another file which is called visualize map underscore map.py, moving that to PyCharm. Again I'll be taking and moving that. So you can see this file has been moved, and I'll be closing this file, and I will be also zoom in so you can see the code. So when you're done with that, here you have to just come, then import some of the things which is just written here. So you can see that it is written from grab screen. So here I'll be writing from grab screen. Then I'll be just moving forward. So you can see that it is written import grab screen. So when you've done with that thing, so now I will be just coming underneath. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just moving back. So here you can see we have done with that. Now I will be writing this three, you can say strings. Then I'll be writing this. Then I'll be just moving forward, and I'll be writing script allows. Then just move forward again, change that to u to visualize. So here I'll be writing that. And when you've done with that, here I'll be now writing the map getting, move forward. And when you've done with that, just you have to just write here if I just move, so you can see that it's written captured by cv2. So when you've done with that, now just I'll be coming underneath, and when you've done with that, there you can see that it is written the region. Then I'll be just moving, and here there it is written shown by. Then I'll be just moving forward, and here I'll be writing this script. Then I'll be just moving forward, and you can see that it is written the input. And when you've done with that, here I'll be now writing data for, and when you've done with that, here you can see that it is written for the CNN. So when you've done with that, I'll be now coming underneath, and when you've done with that, just I'll be writing that to like make sure. Then here there is written that your, then here it is written game window, and there it is written is seen, and then there it is written by cv2. So when you've done with that thing, just write full stop, and you have to just come underneath, and when you've done with that, just you have to write here like while true. Then you have to write this semicolon and come underneath, write that to like change. Then here you can see there it is written like the region. Then here it is written equal to, write this, and then you can see there it is written x comma y, and then you can see there it is written again comma, and here I'll be writing width equal height. So when you've done with that things, if I move here, so you can see there it is written comma, then there it is written height. Then I'll be just closing this bracket, and when you've done with that, here you can see there it is written like according. Then I'll be just moving, and you can see there it is written like according to your game. So when you've done with that, here I'll be now writing like game window. So I'll be now coming underneath here. So now when you've done with that, here I'll be now writing that to like screen. Then I'll be just moving, and you can see there it is written grab screen. So when you've done with that, here I'll be now doing one thing. I'll be writing that to like region. So right here like region equal. Then I'll be just making this bracket here, writing that to like 100 390 comma. Then there it is written 230 comma 490. So when you've done with that, here you can see there it is. I'll be now coming underneath, writing that to like uncomment, and then I'll be just moving forward, and you can see there it is written like the next line, move forward again. Then there it is written to see the, and then there it is written resize. Then I'll be just moving forward, and you can see there it is written image to be then I will be writing that to like input date. So when you've done with that things, now I will be doing one thing. I'll be coming here, then I'll be just writing a space here. So when you've done with that, now just I'll be coming underneath, and when you've done with that, just you have to write here like screen equal cv2 dot, then I will be just first of all pressing this project again, then you have to just come here and then write here like resize, then you have to make this bracket here, and then I'll be writing that to like close that, open this file, then I'll be just zoom in that again. So you can see we have done that. Now I will be just coming, so you can see there it is written screen comma, then there it is written 50 comma 50. Now I will be just coming underneath, then write that to like screen again, then I'll be writing equal cv2 dot, then just move here and you can see there it is written cvt color, then I'll be just making this bracket, and you can see in that there it is written screen comma, then there it is written like cv2 dot color pg2 gray. So when you've done with that, so you have to do one thing. I'll be writing cv2 dot im show, so write that here. So when you've done with that, now I will be just making this bracket and changing that to like window. So here I'll be writing that comma screen, then I'll be now coming underneath, and when you've done with that things here, I will be just coming underneath, writing that to if cv2 dot get key, then I'll be just making this bracket here. So there it is written wait key, not get key. So here I'll be now writing that. Now when you've done that, I'll be just coming here, and you can see there it is written 25 equal ord, in which there it is written bracket, and here in one string there it is written view. So now I will be just coming underneath by writing semicolon, writing here cv2 dot, then there it is written like destroy. So when you're done with that, here you can see there it is written all windows. Now I will be just coming underneath, then you have to write break. So when you're done with that, here just you have to do one thing, go to file and patch it. So when you've done that, just you have to do another thing like, so now here you can see when you've done with that thing here, I will be doing one thing. I'll be just opening this like folder, and when you've just opened that, you have to do like move to this, just close that and open this folder, and in this folder you will be getting one file. Just take that to your PyCharm text editor. So you can see this file, I have just taken that, and you have to just scroll down here, and you have to do one thing. You have to come here, then here you have to just write this thing which is just written here. So just move to top first of all, then here when you've done with that, just you have to come here, and now you have to write here. I'll be just coming. Okay, so here we have to write. So now I'll be just moving here to this file. I'll be closing this one, and just I'll be moving here. So when you've done with that, now I will be just coming here, then you have to just write here like, if I move at the top, so you can see we have just done with that. So you have to just write here like creates, then I'll be just giving space here, then you can see there it is written feature, and when you're done with that, now just I'll be moving forward, and you have to just change that to like features 2, and then I'll be writing select, and when you've done with that, here you have to just come, then you have to just press enter here. So when you've done with that, now I will be changing that to like numbers. So just write here like numbers, then you have to write off test, here you have to also write underscore, then you have to write equal to here. So when you've done with that, now just you have to write 10 comma 1000, then you have to write comma again, then you have to write like 1000 because the previous one was 100, then just write 10,000 here, then 15,000. So when you've done with that, now you have to come down here, just write here like price, so just write that, then I'll be just moving forward, and you can see there it is written the password. So here I'll be now writing. So when you've done with that, here I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be moving forward, then here you can see there it is written features. So here I'll be now writing that. So when you've done with that thing, just here I'll be moving forward again, then I'll be changing that to like okay, and now here I'll be changing that to like prism, then I'll be writing with each. Now I will be just moving, and you can see that is written of the numbers. So here I'll be writing like of the numbers, then there it is written of the numbers. Now I will be just coming here, and you can see that it is written to test, and when you've done that, I'll be just moving forward, then you have to write of features, and now I will be just coming underneath. So when you've done with that, now this I'll be moving back, and you can see that it is written for num in numbers. So when you've done with that, here I'll be writing of test, and when you're done with that, here I'll be now coming, then you have to change that to like print, then I'll be just moving, then I'll be just writing this colon, and here I'll be writing evaluating, and when you've done with that things here, now I will be doing one thing, I'll be just coming here, and when you've done with that thing here, I'll be now writing like that. So when you've done that here, I'll be now coming, then I'll be writing best percent sign, you have to write after that, write the word, then I'll be just moving forward, and you have to write like features, and now I will be just moving forward again, then here I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be writing percent sign, then I'll be just moving forward, and here I'll be now writing num means number, then I will be just coming underneath, here I'll be now writing best words, so here I'll be now writing that, then I'll be writing equal to, so when you're done with that, here I'll be now writing find best word, and when you're done with that, now just I'll be moving forward, and then here I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be making this bracket, then right here like word is scores, so when you've done that, here I'll be now coming, then I'll be writing num means number, then you have to just come underneath, write that to like evaluate. So here when you're done with that thing, just I'll be writing that, then you have to write that to like features, so here I'll be now writing features. So when you're done with that thing, now I will be just coming, then you have to write best words, then when you're done with that, here you have to just come, then you have to change that to like best word features, so here I'll be now coming, then right here best word features. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now coming, and you can see we have just written that all thing. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now writing, here I'll be just hitting save. So when you're done with that, now just you have to do one thing, I will be just coming here, then I'll be just moving here again. Then if I move to top, so you can see we have just done with that. Here now I will be just writing this thing which is just written. So now you have to just write these things, so you have to just move here, then you have to just come underneath, then here you have to change that to like build, then you have to move forward, and here you have to write like frequency, so here write that, then move forward, you have to write this distribution, so here I'll be now writing distribution. So here when I'm done with that, now here I'll be just moving, and you can see we have done that. So here you're writing of all words, then you have to move forward and write then, and then frequency. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now moving forward, and you have to just write here like distributions of words. So here I'll be now writing distribution of words. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now moving forward, then you have to write like with in positive, and when you're done with that, I'll be just moving forward, and you can see that is written and negative, and when you've done that, I'll be just moving forward, and when you've done with that thing, just I'll be now coming, and I'll be just moving forward, then I'll be writing label. So here I'll be now writing that, then I will be just coming underneath, and you have to just change that to a tag which will be like word, and here I'll be writing word fd underscore, then I'll be writing equal to, change that to like frequency dist, and now when you're done with that, here I'll be now writing this bracket, now I will be just coming underneath, then I'll be writing that to like font word, then I will be just pressing underscore here, changing that to like fd equal, then move forward here, change that to like conditional, so here I'll be writing conditional, then I will be just coming here and changing that to like frequency dist. So when you're done with that, just I'll be making this, now I will be just coming underneath, and when you're done with that, here you have to write that to like for word in word, and when you're done with that, here I'll be now coming, then you can see that is written crossword. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now just writing this semicolon, then I'll be writing that to like word, and when you're done with that, here I'll be now coming, then here I'll be writing fd, and square bracket I will be just coming, then in square bracket I'll be writing word dot lower, then if I move, so you can see there it is written like this type, and you have to write like plus equal 1. So when you're done with that, now just you have to write a space here. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now coming, then you have to just write here like on word fd. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now writing in one string pause, and here I'll be just writing like words. So here I'll be now writing that, then I will be changing that to like word dot lower, and then I will be just writing this bracket here. So when you're done with that, now just write plus equal 1. So when you're done with that, now just I'll be coming underneath, and when you're done with that, here I'll be writing forward in, then I will be changing that to like backward. So when you're done with that, just I'll be now making this bracket here. So here I'll be now just making this semicolon, then I will be just coming underneath. So when you're done with that, here I'll be writing word FD, then I will be just doing one thing like here I'll be now just writing this bracket in square bracket, then I'll be writing word dot lower, then I'll be just making this bracket and moving forward. Here I'll be now changing that to like plus equal 1, then I will be just coming underneath, and then I'll be writing on word FD, then I will be just doing one thing, I'll be coming here, then I'll be writing that to like neg means negative, then I will be moving here, then I'll be changing that to word dot lower, make this bracket here, then I will be just changing that to like plus equal 1, then I will be just coming underneath here. So when I'm done with that, now here I'll be writing finds, then I will be just moving forward, and you can see there it is written finds the number. So here I'll be now writing finds the number, then I will be just moving forward, then you have to write of positive, then I will be just moving forward again right here, and negative, then just move forward again, write A here. So when you're done with that, now just I'll be changing that to like words, then just write comma and move forward, then I'll be just writing here as well as, then I'll be just moving, and you can see there it is written the total number. So when you're done with that, I'll be just moving forward of words. So now I will be just coming underneath, and when you're done with that, here now I will be writing that to like new as words, then I'll be just writing this underscore, and now here I will be writing count equal, then here I'll be changing that to like on word FD, then here I'll be just writing that, and when you're done with that, now just I'll be writing this, and here I'll be writing POS, and now I will be just writing dot egg, then I'll be writing bracket, now I will be just coming underneath, then I'll be writing backward count, then here I'll be just writing this, and here I'll be writing count equal, then I will be just changing that to like font word, then I'll be writing underscore FD, make this square bracket, write this right here, neg dot n, then make this bracket here. Now here I'll be just coming underneath, and when you're done with that, just you have to write total word, then I'll be just writing this underscore here, write that to like count equal POS, then I will be just coming here, changing that to like word count, then when you're done with that, here you have to write word, so just write that. So when you're done with that things, just here we have to do, okay, so we have done with that things. Now you have to do one thing, you have to come here, then you have to just move here and just write here plus neg words count here also. Now when you've done with that thing, just you have to move to this file, then I will be just coming here, and now here I'll be just pressing enter here, then I will be just writing this hashtag and moving forward, and now here you have to just write here like builds, here it is written. So here I'll be now writing, then I will be just moving forward, and then you have to write like dictionary. Now when you've done with that, now I will be just moving forward again, then when you've done with that, just write here like of word, then here I'll be just moving forward, you have to write scores, then move forward again, then write here like based, then you have to write here like on CHI squad. So here I'll be now writing, so when you're done with that things, here now I will be just writing that to like squared test. So when you've done that, here I'll be now coming underneath, and when you've done with that, here I'll be now writing word scores, so just I'll be writing word underscore scores, then I'll be just changing that to like equal to, make this like curly bracket. So when you're done with that, now just I'll be coming underneath, then I will be writing for word comma, then here I'll be changing that to like frequency, so here I'll be now writing that, then I'll be writing in, and here I'll be changing that to like word, and here I'll be writing fd dot, and when you're done with that, here I'll be now writing alter items. So when you're done with that, now just I'll be writing this bracket again. So when you're done with that, here I'll be now writing this semicolon, then I will be just coming underneath. So when you're done with that, just you have to write POS score. So when you've done that, here I'll be now moving, and then I'll be writing equal big, and then you can see that it's written big RN. Then here I'll be writing this A, then you can see there it is written this thing. Then I will be just writing here like measures. Then I will be just doing one thing, I'll be just writing that to like .chi. Then I will be writing underscore, and when you've done with that, here you can see there it is written SU. Then here I'll be writing bracket, and in that you can see there it is written onward. So here I'll be now writing onward FD. Then I'll be just making this bracket. In that I will be just first of all writing POS. Then I will be just moving forward after this square bracket, writing word in that. So when you've done that, here I'll be now moving, and then you have to just write here like comma, then just write this bracket again, change that to like frequency. Then I'll be just writing comma again. So when you've done that, you can see you have to write here POS word count. So here I'll be now writing same thing, then just write comma, but here I'll be now writing this underscore, and now you have to write words count. So just I'll be erasing that. Now you have to just move forward, then you have to just do one thing, you have to just press erase that here. Then you have to just come here, write here like total word count. Then you have to come here, and then I will be just coming underneath here. And then when you're done with that, now just I'll be writing same thing here also. So here write that. Then here I'll be now writing this big and then I'll be writing these things here also. So when you're done with that, then I'll be writing CHISU. Then right here like onward FD, in which I'll be writing NEG. So here I'll be writing now what, then I'll be writing comma, writing frequency, and then I'll be just writing here like negative word count. So here I'll be now writing negative word count. Then here I'll be writing comma, then right here like total, close that. Then I'll be writing total word count. So here I'll be writing total word count. So when you've done that, here I'll be now coming underneath. So when you've done that, you can see there it is written word scores. So just you have to write that here. So write that to like word scores, and here you have to write 44. So when you've done with that, now just you have to come here, and you can see there it is written like word. So here I'll be now writing. So when you've done that, I'll be just moving here, and you have to write POS score. Now here when you've done that, now I will be just moving, then you have to write NEG score. So you can see we have done with that, just you have to write plus sign here. So we have done with that thing, just press Ctrl Z, and now you have to come underneath again. So when you've done with that, just you have to write here like return. Then you have to write here like word scores. So when you've done with that, just I'll be now coming underneath. So when you've done with that, you have to write here like finds. Then I'll be writing finds word scores. Then I will be just coming underneath. Then you have to write here like word scores. So right here. So when you've done with that thing, just I'll be writing equal. Then you have to change that to like create word. So here I'll be now writing word. Then here I'll be now writing this underscore. Then write that to like scores. Then I'll be just writing this bracket here. So when you've done with that, just write here like finds best. Then I will be just writing here like find the best number. Then I will be just moving forward, and you have to write here like words based, and then here you have to change that to like on word scores. So when you're done with that, just now I will be coming underneath, then write that to like def find, and then I'll be just writing underscore, write that to best words. Then here I'll be moving forward, then write that to like here like word scores. Then I'll be writing comma, here you have to write number, and when you've done that, just save here. And when you will be just running that, so your project of like web traffic and time series should be just ready, and it will be just looking really good enough, and it will be also just showing you all the data which you have extracted. So I've just written my own data. You can also write your own data here which you want to write, or you can also copy my data which I have written. I've just written normal data like previously I've also written that all things. So like that you can build your own web traffic, and you can say web traffic and time series project in data sciences in Python. So I hope you understand this project, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Like the videos project of artificial intelligence which I have uploaded, and I will be also uploading artificial intelligence tutorial, and I hope you will be also enjoying that. So just I'll be meeting you in next project. So for today, goodbye.